G'day there and welcome to Tour the World, the show that brings you the best in small group touring to some of the world's most exciting travel destinations. And along the way, we meet real people just like you, sharing real travel experiences with our cameras. Should be a whole lot of fun. Now, what's your idea of the perfect holiday? Well, on this trip, I'm looking for a bit of culture and the opportunity to get to know the locals. Good food that's well priced. I'd like to learn a bit of the history of the place I'm visiting. Great shopping, that's a must. And enough time for some R&R. After all, I'm on holiday. Well, for this trip, I'm a guest of Geckos on their 10-day Cambodia in-depth tour. So let's see if it ticks all my boxes. Our tour starts in Siem Reap before heading south to the capital, Phnom Penh, then across through the Kirirom National Park to the coast at Sihanoukville. From the breathtaking splendour of Angkor Wat to the past horrors of civil war and the Pol Pot regime, Cambodia today is a mass of colour and contradictions. Peace has finally come to this beautiful country, and here you'll discover a real sense of serenity amongst the temples and spectacular gardens, where music and laughter are finally a way of life. This small nation of 15 million people is starting to take its place as a holiday hotspot. It's chaotic, it's exotic, it's intoxicating. And we're on tour, so we're going to need a tour guide. G'day, Sammy.
Hey, welcome to Geckos Tour Dam.
Thank you. You're going to show me around?
Yes, we have tuk-tuk.
Awesome. So, Sammy, tell me, what can we expect from a tour of Cambodia with you?
Okay, in Cambodia we can see the people, culture of the people, the living style of the people different at your country, and we see the temple, our world heritage, and also we can do shopping for local production. It can be scarf or it can be a lot more handmade wood or stone carving.
Well, so far so good. That's everything on my list. I'm travelling with 6 Aussies, 1 Brit and 1 South African, and it's time to cover off a few of the basics. Travel on this tour is by way of an air-conditioned minibus that's big enough to be comfortable but small enough to navigate some pretty tight city streets. There's local transport involved in the way of tuk-tuks, cyclos and even an ox cart. Accommodation is clean, comfortable and surprisingly good for a budget tour. Breakfast is included, and don't be surprised to find that some hotels have pools or even this rather lovely rooftop spa. Now, most people that come to Cambodia have just one thing on their minds: temples, and they don't come any more spectacular than this. You know, Angkor is anything and everything to the Cambodian people and their culture, and it's easy to see why. But you know, even though these structures are centuries old, the story for Cambodia is only just beginning. We're starting our day early to beat the crowds. First stop, the Temple of Ta Prohm, an awesome example of the power of nature and the way these temples were literally swallowed up by the jungles for so many centuries. Now, if you think this looks a little like a movie set, you are right. The movie Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie was filmed right here. So there's just an incredible sense of peace and tranquility here, and if you can get up early and get here before the crowds, it is so worth it. And when you compare this peace and tranquility to what the country's gone through over the last 3 decades with civil war and the horrors that they'd experienced, just having this as a constant, I think just would have been amazing for them. Next stop is the Bayon Temple in the dead centre of the great city of Angkor. Now this spot is popular at sunrise, so again, get there early. Looking at the famous smiling faces, 216 of them in total, you kind of get the feeling there's a joke going around and you're not in on it. So this is an opportunity you don't get very often here in Cambodia, to have a conversation with two Buddhist monks, let alone two Buddhist monks from Australia. I have Dekon Terry and Dekon Ol, who are here doing some work in the country. Gentlemen, what are your perceptions of Cambodia during this trip?
It's difficult when you first come to see the way people live, but I think they have so much more than what we do. They seem to have happiness and peace in their heart, no matter what they've got. And I think that's what we all need in our lives.
Absolutely. And as the temperature soars, we head for the main attraction, Angkor Wat, the heart and soul of Cambodia. The climb to the central tower is incredibly steep, but well worth the effort for the sensational views. Now, there are some serious stairs here at Angkor, so you're going to need a really good pair of walking shoes. You're going to need water, sunscreen, a hat. If you forget one like me, you're going to have to pay top dollar for one when you get here. Back on the air-conditioned comfort of the bus, and we head for our final stop of the day. It's another steep climb to the hilltop temple of Phnom Penh, either by foot or obliging elephant, for a spectacular view of the entire Angkor site at sunset. Now up here, the sheer scale of the 200 square kilometre site becomes clear. It has been an absolutely huge day today. We visited Angkor Wat and the other temples. It's just been incredible. Now we've hiked to the top of this mountain to look at this spectacular sunset. Awesome. Now, once you're all templed out, there is so much more to Cambodian culture to discover. And while the cities are the place to shop, play and stay, out in the country, Cambodians enjoy a more traditional way of life. And with 50% of the population under the age of 15, children are going to make your stay here really something special. Floating village of Chong Nis, complete with floating school, market and basketball court, gives us a glimpse of a different way of life to that of Cambodia's bigger cities like Siem Reap. And there are yet more amazing photo opportunities.
What I love most about Cambodia, the photography. It seems to be a photograph to be taken around at every corner. I'm trying to capture as much as I can so that I can show my nephews in Scotland just how different life is out here.
So we're spending tonight with a local family on the edge of the Kirirom National Park, southwest of Phnom Penh. It's a good chance to mix it with the locals. We're told it's pretty basic, so it could get rough and it could get tough, but we've got all the essentials. Plenty of cold beer and these little babies to toast on the open fire. Yes! To kick things off, we thumb a ride to the national park with the only form of local public transport on offer.
You know, I don't know who smells worse, me or the cows. And the homestay showers look very, very interesting.
Then it's time to work up an appetite for dinner with a 3-kilometre hike through the park before a welcome cool-off under a spectacular 40-metre mountain waterfall. After an amazing dinner and a display of traditional dance, the generators and the lights go off at 8.
Now, seriously, I thought that roosters were supposed to crow at dawn. This one crows all night long, but other than that, the sleep wasn't too bad. And here I am enjoying the local facilities, and it's pretty chilly, let me tell you. Okay.